Howdy folks. Today we are going to unbox the Shuoer EJ07. Now I've already sort of done a review on this and some like macro video shots, but that pair was actually a trial pair which I had to send away, and obviously I have another pair, and there's a good reason for that, and that's because I like these the best out of any IEM I've ever tried. A bunch of reasons for that. I'll kind of just yap about it as I'm unboxing this. Just figured why not. So box, we have a nice little, it's not too big box, which means shipping is cheap if you happen to need to do that. It's got some, I don't know, and logo, and we need to impulse the emotions, which, yeah. And then we have a graph and some text on the back. Now, what's interesting about that graph right there is it is sort of smashed vertically. So, meaning that the decibel range on the left axis is, well, it goes, let me see if I can read it. It's like from 40 to 120 decibels, which if you're graphing things, that's not the way you do that. But you know, Chi-Fi, they usually try and make a graph look nice and flat because that appeals to people, even though a flat graph actually sounds like crap. So let's just talk about the drivers in this, because I actually got it wrong first time for whatever reason. So it has a 10mm dynamic Carbon Nanotube driver. That's definitely going to be for bass. Then we have two Sonion 2389 balanced armatures for mids, and four Sonion EST electrostatic drivers in the treble. And it is made of resin. Impedance is like around 15 ohm. And so that's the graph on this guy, and then I just wanted to show you sort of a, Critical does a lot of graphing, measures things, and that is the graph he pulled. Now, why I wanted to pull that up was it is not smashed vertically like the other graph, so you get to see a little more detail. And there's two lines on this graph. The bottom one, which is sort of purple, is the etymodic. And basically, I hear etymodic tuning as being correct. Like as in, if an instrument's playing in the room, if I listen to an etymodic headphone, that sounds just about the same. So, correct, maybe not as in studio correct, because studio monitors have a really flat sound, and the reason for that is so that you can pick up any kind of sonic frequency problems, differences. It is not, however, studio monitors are not specifically for having fun, exciting sound. They are for having neutral, accurate sound for mixing. So why I'm going on about that is etymodic is not necessarily studio flat sound. It is more like as I hear it sound. So anyways, as you can see from the graph, the Shuoer has a lot more sub-bass boost. So from about 100 hertz down, the Shuoer is going to pack in a lot more sub-bass, and I mean a lot. It's actually very nice. It's my favorite. If I were to listen to this etymodic ER3SE, which I have not heard, I've heard the 2SE, which I think the 2SE has like a little more bass, possibly slightly different treble, but it's pretty similar. Etymodics targets, they do hit them quite well on their IEMs. Anyways, point of this is that the Shuoer sounds correct, for lack of a better term. So let's unbox this thing. Yeah. tight box. Okay. I do believe these the packaging has changed since these originally came out. I'm pretty sure about that. So this is the brand new. This was made within the last, I think, week. Really nice little carrying case. Let's see, we've got some accessories. We got sort of a standard silicone tips. We got, actually really good foam tips. A little more tacky than Comply. Obviously they smash and stay smashed and expand fairly slowly, so likely these will work really well for me. And we have some like black silicone tips. And a very handy single-ended to 2.5 millimeter balanced jack, which I need. And a warranty card, which says something probably like, let's see, "12-month warranty." And since I purchased these from Linsole, they will cover that. Excellent support. Love Linsole very much. They got me these in like, I want to say 4 days after they shipped to my house in New Mexico from China. So that's fantastic. And I mean, that's a nice change. So anyway, let's open these up. Cool. See if we can wrap these bad boys. A little sweaty at the moment. Okay, so I may or may not have a problem here. These two, zoom in some. Those two crossovers are not glued like the last pair I had. Like, they're not actually connected to the sidewall like the other one was. And I'm hoping for God to God that they did in fact secure it somewhere. I mean, I think maybe there's a little dab of like resin right here. Oh, wow, really sweaty. Sorry about that. I really like these, so I'm sweaty. I want them to work. Okay, so from what I can see, they didn't put the dab right sort of in the middle of the crossover like the last one. It's just on the bottom. That's fine, just as long as that crossover don't go anywhere. So that was like the problem with the last, or I should say the early models, that crossover would move around and make people insane. But so, pretty much as I was expecting. I want to say that the build quality is a bit different than the last pair I got. I think, yeah, there's less fill resin. So the last pair I got, the fill kind of went a little further this way, and right now it's just right in the tip right here. Does it matter? I have no clue. Okay, so little dab of glue here, or resin for the dynamic driver, so that's not going anywhere. Cool. All right, hopefully they sound good. I wanted to give you guys a little unboxing of this. They're my favorite pair of headphones ever, so I'm gonna probably do another video going a little more into depth. Ooh, and if I didn't know any better, I'd say that faceplate is a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sorry about the fishy tanks. The review, I'll turn that crap off. Okay, take care. Bye.